Okay, hello, it's Nicola and Joe. So, similar as we did with Karen, we had a bit of a chat about what the market's doing, and we did a little bit of a did you know, and this is going to be similar. I'm just going to ask her a few questions, so mainly based around property management, and these are questions, Joe, that I've seen people post on social media asking other people. So, tenants obviously don't know the answer. Or it's some things I've learned recently that I think, well, other people wouldn't know that. So number one, air conditioning, especially in the summer that we've had lately, is it considered a urgent utility? Emergency.
Yeah.
So if an aircon goes down, does the landlord have to get it fixed in?
No. So it used to be a luxury, not a necessity, but right now, like obviously the heat that we've been having in Perth over the last few years, it is kind of like a necessity. But look, it doesn't come down to 24-hour maintenance repair. Look, you can report it. It's just getting the turnaround, especially in the heat of the summer, contractors to be able to attend and do the required. It's just really difficult to get. So you can report it, it would be approved, but the time frame would be down to the contractor, unfortunately.
So it's not considered, they have to do it.
It's not considered emergency, no. Emergency would be more electrical, flooding, plumbing, things like that. Or if the house is actually fully furnished and your refrigerator breaks down, that would probably come under emergency because it's part of the property.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. And there's been some changes to the law recently with tenants.
Yes.
What's this whole thing about pets? Do landlords have to accept pets?
Okay. When it comes into legislation, which would probably be, it's still passing in the government procedures at the moment. So when it comes into legislation, it will be pets will be allowed. Owners cannot discriminate, and owners cannot say no, unfortunately, unless it's a strata building and they don't allow pets. So then that would be a case that you wouldn't be able to have it. But so definitely pets will be allowed.
That's another one.
But that will be probably later in the year.
Okay, so it's later in the year, so not right now. Okay, I was very interested to see, when you went to do an appraisal, so for renting out people's property, whereas we go in from a sales perspective and look at features, you go in and look at compliance. So can you tell us a couple of things that a property needs to have to be considered compliant in the rental market?
Okay, so number one, when you walk to the front of the house, it would be the outside light, just needs to have a working outside light to the property. Also, if there's no fly screen on the property at the front door, then you would need a security screen. You'd actually need a deadlock on the wooden front door. As you walk in, you do need to make sure that outside the bedrooms there is a smoke alarm which is compliant. In rentals, they do need compliance checks of the smoke alarms and RCDs annually because it does expire. Every certificate does expire after 12 months.
It is 12 months, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and the RCD the smoke alarm does need to be changed every 10 years. So
yes, which we know from a sales perspective as well.
Yeah. So the windows throughout the property do actually need to have a lockable device or mechanism on it. Doesn't necessarily need to have a key lock. Just needs to make sure that it can be latched closed from the inside and not slid open from the outside. So, so they're a couple of the main ones. And another one is blinds and cords. So the length of the cord does come in and needs to have like a little hook on the side of the window to make sure that the cord is, and a certain length.
That makes sense. It's sort of logic, isn't it? And just basically common sense and making sure really just the safety of the tenant is guaranteed.
Yeah, and an outside light, working outside light for security reasons.
Everything that sort of promotes the safety of the tenant.
Sliding doors on ground level residential properties have to have a patio bolt or a sliding bolt, which is funny enough when you're on a second floor in a strata building, you don't need one. I would have thought it would have been the other way around, but it's not. So I don't make the law, I just enforce it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And you just know it, and that's the most important thing. So if any of you guys have questions, whether it be for sales or from a property management, whether you be landlord, tenant perspective, please let us know. Comment down below and we will endeavour to answer as many of your questions as possible. But that's us out for this weekend. And Joe, have a fabulous weekend.
You
and
too,
everybody
darling.
else too.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.